Hello friends, today in this video we shall discuss what is demerger. As per Income Tax Act, it has been provided in clause 19AA of section 2 of Income Tax Act. So let's see what is demerger. Demerger in relation to a company, in relation to companies means transfer in pursuant to scheme of arrangement under section 391 to 394 of Companies Act 1956. So demerger means a transfer by a demerged company of one or more of its undertaking to any resulting company in such a manner that all the property of the undertaking being transferred by demerged company immediately before demerger becomes the property of the resulting company by the virtue of demerger. Again, demerger means the transfer by demerged company of one or more of undertakings to any resulting company in such a manner that all liabilities relatable to the undertaking being transferred by the demerged company immediately before demerger becomes the liability of the resulting company by the virtue of demerger. Again, in such a manner that the property and liability of the undertaking or undertakings being transferred by demerged company are transferred at value appearing in its books of account immediately before the demerger. There is a proviso to this subclause. The provision of this subclause shall not apply where resulting company records the value of property and the liabilities of the undertaking or undertakings at a value different from value appearing in the books of accounts of the demerged company immediately before demerger in compliance with the Indian accounting standard specified in annexure to the company's Indian accounting standard rules 2015. So this subclause shall not apply to this case which has been provided in this proviso. Let's see next. So demerger means transfer by demerged company of its undertaking to any resulting company in such a manner that the resulting company issue in consideration of demerger its shares to the shareholder of demerged company on a proportionate basis except where the resulting company itself is a shareholder of the demerged company. Again, demerged company transfer the undertaking to the resulting company in such a manner that shareholders holding not less than 3/4 in the value of shares in the demerged company other than shares already held therein immediately before the demerger or by nominee for the resulting company or its subsidiary, become the shareholder of the resulting company or companies by the virtue of demerger. So shareholder holding not less than 3/4 in value of shares of demerged company become the shareholder of resulting company or companies by the virtue of demerger. Otherwise, then, as a result of acquisition of property or assets of the demerged company or any undertaking thereof by the resulting company. So this happens by the virtue of demerger. Otherwise, then the result of acquisition of property or asset of demerged company or any undertaking thereof by the resulting company, other than by the eye of acquisition of property or asset. It happens as a result of demerger. Again, in such a manner that the transfer of undertaking is on going concern basis. Again, demerged company transfer the undertaking to resulting company in such a manner that the demerger is in accordance with conditions if any notified under subsection 5 of section 72A by the central government in this behalf. Let's see some explanations which are given here. Explanation 1. What is undertaking? Undertaking shall include any part of undertaking or a unit or division of an undertaking or a business activity taken as a whole, but it does not include individual assets or liabilities or any combination thereof not constituting a business activity. Second explanation, let's see what is this. Explanation 2. For the purpose of this clause, the liabilities referred to in subclause 2, liabilities shall include liabilities which arise out of activities or operation of the undertaking. Liabilities shall include the specific loan or borrowing, including debenture raised, incurred, utilized solely for the activities or operation of the undertaking. Liabilities shall include in cases other than those referred to in clause A, clause B, so much of amounts. Liabilities shall include so much of amounts of general or multi-purpose borrowing, if any, of the demerged company as stand in the same proportion which the value of asset transferred in the demerger bears to the total value of the asset of such demerged company immediately before the demerger. So liability shall include so much of the amount of general or multi-purpose borrowing, so much of the amount of general or multi-purpose borrowing, if any, of the demerged company as stand in the same portion which the value of asset transferred in the demerger in a demerger bears to the total value of asset which of such demerged company immediately before the demerger. So this is the proportionate amount of borrowing according to the total value of asset. This will be added to the liability. And next explanation, for determining the value of property referred to in subclause 3, any change in the value of asset consequent to their revaluation shall be ignored. Any change in the value of asset for determination of value of property, any change in the value of asset consequent to their revaluation shall be ignored. Explanation 4. For the purpose of this clause, the splitting up or reconstruction of any authority or body constituted or established under central, state, provincial act or local authority or public sector company into separate authority or body or local authorities or company, as the case may be, shall be deemed to be a demerger if such split up or reconstruction fulfills such condition as may be notified in the official gazette by the central government. So this is about splitting up or reconstruction of authority body constituted, and this shall be deemed to be demerger if certain conditions fulfilled which has been prescribed by central government. So let's see the explanation 5. For the purpose of this clause, the reconstruction or splitting up of a company which is to be public sector company or as a result of transfer of its share by the central government into separate companies shall be deemed to be a demerger if such reconstruction or splitting up has been made to give effect to any condition attached to the said transfer of shares and also fulfill such other condition as may be notified by the central government in this behalf in the official gazette. So this is also about reconstruction, splitting up of a company which was a public sector company which has been in demerger into separate, split up into separate company shall be deemed to be demerger if it has been given effect to according to conditions and it fulfills such conditions as may be prescribed by the central government. So this is all about demerger. Thank you for watching.